I have been on my yearly streak of watching horror movies for Halloween and have decided to go to older movies that gave us some of the ideas we have today. Hammer Films was a studio that put out a lot of these movies, and today I watched The Curse of Dracula and want to briefly talk about it. The movie stars horror icon Christopher Lee before he was in current franchises we might know him for. He plays Count Dracula himself. Peter Cushing, who had a long horror career himself, plays Van Helsing. He is a man bent on ridding the world of Dracula after his partner and then his partner's fiancée are turned into vampires. Helsing is able to defeat Dracula by putting a cross in one of his coffins and then exposing him to light, but that doesn't seem to be the end for Dracula, since Lee would play him many more times. It's interesting that this movie has combined with the older Dracula movies to give us the vampire lore we have nowadays. Some tropes like being killed by light or a stake are there, but it says expressly that a vampire cannot turn into a vampire bat. That transformation had been in vampire lore before this movie, but the movie makes some of its own lore for an iconic character. The lack of transformation would partly lead to Dracula's downfall in this movie. I love how this movie influenced how we look at vampires still to this day. It even seemed like when Lee played in the Star Wars movies they wanted him to resemble Dracula since his performances were so iconic. The look of this movie is amazing. It brings back so much nostalgia in me for movies of this time period. The acting is great, though truly Lee isn't in this movie too much. I do like him in this movie and he does a great job. Though later Lee and Cushing would star in other movies together. This movie is definitely tame by today's standards, and Lee and Cushing might have better movies together, but I definitely recommend a watch. Happy Halloween!